This is the official weigh-in for EFC Africa 17, live from Carnival City, Johannesburg. EFC Africa 17 is proudly brought to you by Muscle Farm, sports nutrition for champions, in association with Everlast, RDG, Namirov Vodka, BetExchange.com, Fighters Only Magazine, and Carnival City, and with special thanks to the following partners.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the official weigh-in for EFC Africa 17. Our EFC Africa president, Cairo Howarth. Without him, none of this would be possible. EFC matchmaker, Graham Cartmel. C.S. Duplessis, my co-commentator, the voice of the Hexagon, Shane the Duke Wellington, our lovely EFC Africa girls, and Marius Lotte, the head of promo. Ladies and gentlemen, the very first bout of the evening is in the featherweight division, contested between Elena Lunga and Ashley Calvert. First fighter to the scale is Ashley Calvert. $65.90 for Mr. Calvert. Due to unforeseen circumstances, Elena Lunga cannot attend the weigh-in, but he will be weighed by a promo official within the allotted 2 hours. Second bout of the evening is in the featherweight division between Francois and Koba Jakobitse. First up to the scale is Koba Jakobitse. $65.90 for Mr. Jakobitse. Next up to the scale is Francois Groenewald. $65.7 for Mr. Groenewald. Next bout is in the light heavyweight division between Lance Cerrone and Gideon Trotsky. First up to the scale is Gideon Trotsky. $91.70 for Mr. Trotsky. Next to the scale is Lance Cerrone. $95.10. Lance will have 2 hours to cut down to 93. Next up is an exciting fight in the lightweight division between Don Madge and Hector Brits. First up to the scale is Don Madge. Or Hector Brits. Sorry, so first up is Hector Brits. $69.95 for Mr. Brits. Next up to the scale is Don Match. $69.55 for the Magic Man. Next up in the middleweight division, Amon the Brain goes up against Pete Matong. First up to the scale is Pete Matong. $83.85 for Mr. Matong. Next up to the scale is Armand the Brain. $83.45 for Mr. the Brain. That's going to be one hell of a fight. Next bout is in the featherweight division between Wesley Hawkey and Leo Gloss. First up to the scale is Leo Gloss. $65.30 for the King. Next up to the scale is Wesley Hawkey. $66.05 for the Young Assassin. Next up, also in the featherweight division, Boyd Allen goes up against Amos Latswayo. First up to the scale is Amos Latswayo. $65.85 for Mr. Latswayo. Next up to the scale is Boyd Allen. $65.75 for Mr. Allen. Next up, we have a lightning bout in the middleweight division between JP Kruger and Wade Henderson. First up to the scale is Wade Henderson. $83.45 for the GOAT. Next to the scale is JP Kruger. $83.35 for Tinkerbell. No love lost between the two middleweights. That is going to be a cracker of a fight tomorrow night. Next bout is in the middleweight division between Donovan Hawkey and Liam Cleland. First up to the scale is Liam Cleland. $83.65 for Mr. Cleland. Next up to the scale is Donovan Hawkey. $83.90 for Bam Bams. Next up in the welterweight division, Dallas Jacobi goes up against Dino Baguette. First up to the scale is Dino Baguette. $76.95 for the Lion. Next up to the scale is Dallas Jacobi. $76.35 for the former champion. next bout of the night is in the welterweight division between Morton van Staden and Jadison Costa. First up to the scale is the former welterweight champion, Jadison Costa. $76.50 for Little Vanderlei. Next up to the scale is Morton van Staden. $76.70 for the Punisher. Big fight for the welterweight division, ladies and gentlemen. Next up is the co-main event of the evening, and it's for the EFC Africa lightweight title.
Costa and Leon Maynard is going to be an intense fight.
These two are meeting for the first time, and it is going to be explosive.
This is going to be one of those fights that no one's going to want to miss.
One of the most dominant champions in the EFC, Costa has conquered every opponent placed before him.
Leon is a stand-up guy, and I'm sure he's worked his wrestling a hell of a lot. I'm going out there to do what I always do, and he's not going to stop me.
Currently on a 5-fight win streak, Ianu is confident of retaining the championship belt.
A lot of people felt that Costa was never tested. We saw him go the full 5 rounds in his previous successful title defense, and now people are excited to see what other weapons he can bring.
You can see Leon's put in the hours, really trained hard. He's developed himself properly for the MMA game. Talking from experience takes a very long time and a lot of hard work to be at a decent level on the ground. I don't know if he's experienced enough for that yet.
Possessing the most dangerous stand-up in the lightweight division, Leon the Iron Lion Maynard promises to show why he is considered the most feared striker on the continent.
Dit is my grootste fight van my carrière nog. Ek dink nie dis baie groot pressure vir my nie. Ek voel of ek gemaak is vir title fights. En dis waarvoor ek gewerk het in my laaste 2.5 jaar.
Brimming with confidence, Maynard has his eyes firmly set on becoming the new lightweight champion.
Ja, ek's fyn om 5 rondes te fight, maar hoekom moet ek 5 rondes fight as ek die fight voor kan klaarmaak?
Leon Maynard has to be the best stand-up fighter in the division, and it's going to be interesting to see if Costa can nullify his stand-up, get the fight to the ground where he's going to be more comfortable, and to see where it goes from there.
2 warriors will meet in the hexagon. Only one will stand victorious.
I will be ready for 5 rounds. As I've proved before, even without cardio, I can keep grinding and grind all the way through.
Weaknesses, sal ek sê net fitness. Dink jy dat hy die distance al kan gaan nie as 'n mens om pressure?
I know you're tough. I know you've been through wars. We're both going to be ready. But Costa's coming, and on the 23rd of November, it's not going to go your way.
Ek respekteer hom. Hy's 'n goeie ambassador vir die sport. Maar kom ons kyk. Who's die beste fighter?
The undefeated lightweight champion Costa defends his title against the striking sensation Leon the Iron Lion Maynard.
First up to the scale, the challenger, Leon Maynard. 69.50 on the money for the Iron Lion. Next up to the scale is the defending lightweight champion, Costa Iano. $69.65 for the champion. That is going to be one hell of a fight for the lightweight title. I'm here with the challenger, Leon, facing Costa Iano. A lot of people say you're going to be his biggest challenge. What did you guys work on in camp?
We worked on everything, man. This fight's going to be big.
Well, we all look forward to seeing it. Good luck to you, sir. Your challenger, Leon Maynard, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with the champion, Costa. Same question to you. A lot of people say he's going to be your biggest challenge. What did you guys work on and how do you see the fight go?
I worked on everything as I always do. Leon's a tough guy. It's not happening tomorrow night for him.
Well, we look forward to seeing you defend the belt. Your champion, ladies and gentlemen, Costa Iano. And next up is the main event of the evening. The EFC Africa middleweight title is up for grabs.
Jeremy Pitbull Smith. This guy's fought the best of the best.
He hasn't tasted defeat since his very first mixed martial arts bout.
Darren Daniel, Double D.
Considered by many to be the most talented athlete on the continent.
This guy has some mad skills, there's no doubt. His track record speaks for itself.
Possibly the two biggest names in EFC Africa are facing off. Smith versus Daniel is going to be the biggest fight that we have ever put on.
Jeremy Smith and Darren Daniel is one of the biggest, if not the biggest fight to ever happen on the African continent.
At EFC Africa 12, Jeremy Pitbull Smith defeated the crowd favorite Gareth McClellan to become the EFC Africa middleweight champion.
Fighting against Gareth was very interesting. I expected him to try to shoot a lot quicker. He ran away from me a lot, so I couldn't exactly showcase everything. But it wasn't one of my best performances. On the 23rd, usually a much better performance.
With his aggressive style and world-class stand-up, Smith has dominated all his opponents and is on a massive 9-fight win streak.
I always come to fight. I don't know exactly what he's going to do. He doesn't know exactly what I'm going to do. So you kind of got a game plan for certain situations. So we'll just take it as it comes.
Jeremy Smith is one of those relentless grinders. We saw in the Gareth McClellan fight. He keeps on coming forward. He never slows down. He's got all the skills in the world, and he's champion for a reason.
At EFC Africa 15, Darren Double D Daniel smashed the highly rated Tyron Rightford to get the TKO victory.
There's a lot of things that we've changed from the last fight. I was out for 2 years, so I learned more, but it was a good experience.
Undefeated in 5 consecutive bouts, Daniel has his eyes firmly set on the middleweight title.
I'm a different fighter to Gareth, so you always try and fight your fight and not your opponent's fight. So yeah, I'm just going to try to fight my fight.
Darren has been involved in combat sports since the age of 6-7 years old, that he's been competing in various different arts. And now finally he's found his niche in mixed martial arts, and he desperately wants to be the middleweight champion of EFC Africa.
2 African MMA legends will clash in the hexagon for the ultimate prize, the EFC Africa Middleweight Championship.
This fight is purely business. The fans can expect a fight. Everyone can expect a fight.
You're standing in the way of my dream, and come 23rd November, I'm accomplishing my dream.
EFC Africa middleweight champion Jeremy Pitbull Smith puts his title on the line against the most explosive fighter on the continent, Darren Double D Daniel.
It's fights like these that has made mixed martial arts the fastest growing sport in the world. This is what EFC Africa is all about.
First up to the scale is the challenger, Darren Daniel. 83.50 for Double D. Next up to the scale is the reigning champion, Jeremy Pitbull Smith. $83.70 on the money for the Pitbull. I'm here with the challenger, Darren Daniel. Darren, you said this is your dream. How do you see the fight going tomorrow night?
You know, I can't really say, but I'm going to give it my all. And yeah, I expect Jeremy to bring his all as always, so it's going to be a good fight.
Well, we look forward to seeing it. Good luck for you tomorrow night. Your challenger, ladies and gentlemen, Darren Daniel. I'm here with the champion, Jeremy Smith. Jeremy, in 9 straight fights, you haven't tasted defeat. You must feel pretty confident going into this bout.
It's actually 11 fights.
Well, you haven't tasted defeat in South Africa. Are you confident coming into the bout? How do you see the fight going?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't mind where it goes. I've trained for all aspects, so I'm ready.
Well, we look forward to the fight. Good luck to you, sir. Your champion, ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Smith. That concludes the weigh-ins. We will see you all tomorrow night for the live event.
EFC Africa 17, live from Carnival City. The aggressive middleweight champion Jeremy the Pitbull Smith looks to continue his 9-fight win streak as he defends his title against the massively popular and highly rated Darren Double D Daniel. Plus, the undefeated Greek fighting sensation Costa Ianu puts his lightweight title on the line against the always dangerous Leon the Iron Lion Maynard. EFC Africa 17, 23 November, Carnival City. Ticket and broadcast information at efcafrica.com.